Good morning, and thank you so much for being here today. In collaboration with Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, Orange County Sheriff's Office, Orlando Police Department, Kissimmee Police Department, I am excited to announce the implementation of the first Adult Civil Citation Program in the 9th Judicial Circuit. Acknowledging the traumatic impact that incarceration has on individuals, this program will serve as a mechanism to ensure that individuals are incarcerated only when absolutely necessary to ensure public safety. The program will divert first-time misdemeanor offenders from the criminal legal system. This program will allow individuals who are suspected of committing select misdemeanor offenses to be given a citation in lieu of arrest. The individuals will have the opportunity to participate in a pre-arrest diversion initiative for many low-level, nonviolent misdemeanor offenses. Florida Statute 901-41 provides that law enforcement agencies may, at their discretion, issue a civil citation to an adult who has committed certain misdemeanor offenses instead of issuing a notice to appear or making a physical arrest. When someone is issued a citation, they will be required to fulfill certain requirements within 90 days in order to resolve their criminal case. These requirements include payment of a program fee, participation in crime-specific educational programs, and completing community service hours. Once completed, the person will be issued a certificate and no criminal charges will be filed against them. Only first-time offenders on designated misdemeanor crimes are eligible for the Adult Civil Citation Program. Failure to meet the requirements within the 90-day time frame would result in criminal charges being filed and a summons being issued for the participant to appear in court. Here is the eligibility criteria that has been designed. The adult has to be 18 years of age or older. The adult has a photo identification or can be identified using the David system or other means. The adult resides in Orange or Osceola counties. The adult has sufficient ties to the community, employment, visiting the area for an extended period of time. And this is to ensure that the person will have the opportunity to successfully complete the program. The adult must be willing to participate in and abide by the terms of the Adult Civil Citation Program. And, if applicable, the victim agrees with the issuance of the citation. The eligible offenses include, but are not limited to, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana, misdemeanor battery or assault, retail theft of a shopping cart, trespass on a property other than a structure or conveyance, petty theft, criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, littering, loitering, possession of alcoholic beverages by persons under the age of 21, and any other misdemeanor offense deemed appropriate by the law enforcement agencies in the state attorney's office. It is domestic violence, stalking or cyber stalking, cyber harassment, violation of an injunction, affray or riot, or prowling. Decisions to make an arrest or issue a notice to appear in lieu of arrest shall not be based upon race, color, gender, gender identity, ethnicity, sexual orientation, age, income status, or disability. Law enforcement responsibilities will include using existing procedures to establish whether or not probable cause exists to believe that a crime had been committed, a search of prior criminal records, and if the adult meets the eligibility criteria, the law enforcement official may offer the adult the option of the Civil Citation Program. It will explain that participation in the program is voluntary and provide a program brochure to the adult. They will be advised that they must contact the Office of the State Attorney within 10 calendar days and that failure to do so will result in termination from the program. The contact information is listed on the brochure. Upon establishing that a person meets the eligibility criteria, a citation will be issued. The law enforcement official will obtain an agency case number and complete the civil citation process. The law enforcement official will document if there was any property loss or damage or injuries. And all civil citations must be accompanied by an incident report and forwarded to the program coordinator by the end of the law enforcement official's shift that day. By signing the civil citation, the accused will agree that they have never been arrested before, that they have never been issued a civil citation before, that they are a resident of Orange and Osceola County, that they wish to participate in the civil citation program, and that they understand that their participation is voluntary. That solely for the purpose of this program, they will admit to the cited offense. They must contact the program coordinator within 10 days, and that the state attorney's office will review their case to make a final determination of their eligibility. At this time, I will turn the forum over to the mayor for his comments. Thank you.
All right, let me just begin by saying thank you to State Attorney Worrell for her leadership in this regard. This is indeed a good day, a great day here within Orange County, as we all come together to stand with the state attorney as well as law enforcement within Orange and Osceola County as this announcement is being made. I also say that we stand with the citizens and the residents of our two counties because of what this signifies in our community. Let me just share with you one of the reasons that brought us to this point today. When we go back to November of 2020, it was a period in time in which we were seeing a little bit of a spike in violent crime within Orange County. At that time, we impaneled a citizen safety task force that was representative of the state attorney's office, law enforcement, the public defender's office, other community stakeholders, and that 34-member task force made 20 recommendations. One of the recommendations that was made during that period of time was to create an adult civil citation program. And so today, it comes full circle. This becomes a reality now within our community. And when we think about this, I want to say that this is the right thing to do at the right time because we have programs that really impact the community, but also programs that should cut down on recidivism for those who may find themselves on the other side of the law as offenders. These types of programs provide individuals with a second chance while holding them accountable. We, the Board of County Commission in Orange County, by resolution, will support the program. On April the 5th, the Board of County Commission has included on its consent agenda a resolution of support. So I look forward to the implementation of the 90-day pilot program and making it available to law enforcement agencies throughout all of Orange County. Again, I want to thank State Attorney Worrell, Orange County Sheriff John Mina, Orlando Police Chief Roland, and Police Chief from the Kissimmee Police Department, Chief Odell. I should know that. I've worked with him for a number of years. But in either case, as we move forward with the implementation of the program, we know that this is going to benefit many people in many different ways within our community. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I'm glad to be standing with the mayor and the state attorney and my other law enforcement partners as we launch this adult civil citation program. And this program aligns perfectly to what we're doing at the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Our focus has been and always will be on the reduction and prevention of violent crime and not necessarily lower level offenses. And I believe in second chances. I was one of those persons growing up who was given a couple of second chances. So to enable our deputies and the officers of the agencies behind me to be able to give a civil citation in lieu of a physical arrest in some cases, I think it's a good thing. And even though there's many of the offenses listed, it won't be appropriate in all cases, but that's we're going to ask the deputies and officers to use their discretion. And again, our focus is on reduction and prevention of violent crime. And this is just another way that we can maybe help out some citizens and residents who have never been in any trouble before and prevent them from getting into the criminal justice system and give them that second chance and an opportunity for a diversion program, which I'm a big supporter of. So again, glad we're rolling out the program. Looking forward to seeing the results of this adult civil citation program. I'll turn it over to Deputy Chief Velez.
Thank you, Sheriff. The Orlando Police Department recognizes the benefit of a pre-arrest diversion program that can afford certain adult offenders who fulfill specified intervention and community service obligations the opportunity to avoid an arrest record for certain misdemeanor offenses. These programs can potentially benefit the community by reducing cost of prosecution, promoting community awareness, and reducing recidivism. The Orlando Police Department remains committed to working with our stakeholders to improve the justice system while also ensuring the safety of every member of our community in the city of Orlando. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to State Attorney Worrell and Mayor Demings for having me here today. Just to reiterate what my colleagues have said already, I believe that this program is going to benefit law enforcement agencies and those first-time offenders who just made a bad decision or maybe a lapse in judgment. As the alternative to arrest, the program will allow law enforcement officers to issue the citation and then get back on the street to handle get back on the street quicker and handle higher priority calls. For the individuals, I think this program will allow them to rectify their decision and not create a criminal record for themselves and hopefully deter them from any future crimes. I believe the program will be as successful as our juvenile civil citation program and help those first-time offenders not create that criminal record and change their behaviors. So Kissimmee is looking forward to working with the State's Attorney's Office and the other law enforcement agencies in this program. Thank you.
We'll now take the opportunity to answer any questions that you may have. Please raise your hand and signify your station, and then we'll go around. Yes, sir. Yes. So that's a great question. So what we're doing is we had to start off somewhere. So we wanted to start off with a small number of agencies who were a part of the task force and use the 90 days to correct inconsistencies, see what types of trends we were seeing, and then extend it to our other law enforcement agency partners once we had that data to see what needed to be amended. So for right now, for the 90-day pilot, we're going to focus on Kissimmee Police Department, Orange County Sheriff's Office, and Orlando Police Department, and we'll utilize our diversionary programs that are already in-house should there be an agency that is not currently a part of it that has a case come before us. Yes. Absolutely. We think that it'll do a great number on reducing the caseload that our ASAs have, but it'll also reduce what the courts are seeing as well. So we're trying to bring something forward that will help all of our agencies across the board within the criminal legal system. Yes, Monavet.
So it is a part of our policy, and the reason that we've made it a part of our policy is because we're aware of the fact that historically these disparities exist. When we review the data from the program, this is something that we'll be reviewing, and when we come to the point where we need to make any adjustments, we'll take those things into consideration.
Yes, Monavet. Okay. How does the program benefit the Hispanic community? I'll respond and then he'll respond.
I'll interpret.
So he'll interpret. So the program benefits the Hispanic community because they will receive the same services that all of our citizens will receive.
El programa va a beneficiar a la comunidad hispana porque el programa está diseñado para ofrecer el mismo rendimiento de servicio a los hispanos como se lo va a ofrecer a toda la comunidad de la Florida.
So the program is not limited to one segment of our jurisdiction. We are looking to ensure that every single citizen within the Ninth Judicial Circuit has the same opportunities at having their first-time offense, if it's a misdemeanor, diverted from the system.
El programa no está diseñado para limitar la jurisdicción de aquellos que están enfrentando un crimen por primera vez o un hurto menor de bajo categoría.
And based on what the state attorney has said before, there will be no limitation based on any racial makeup, ethnicity, background, or things of that nature.
Y como comentó la fiscal general del estado, la raza, la etnicidad y nacionalidad no se va a tomar en cuenta cuando se están tomando este tipo de decisión.
Yes.
What's the percentage of first-time offenders arrested that have to go through the process? And how much you think that
We don't have that data, right?
reduce that?
You want? Let me do. So you want me to tell them or you want it? I'm gonna let the sheriff give you the numbers from his office last year.
So to give you the numbers from last year, if we had this program in place, about 800 people would have benefited, would have been eligible under the listed criteria. Now, we don't know exactly what the circumstances were beyond that, if the deputy would have used their discretion in the cases, but that's 800 people who were eligible for an adult civil citation last year. So we're hoping that's 800 less cases the state attorney's office has to deal with, or like it was said earlier, deputies and officers will be able to get on the street after issuing that civil citation. Yeah, it's a very simple process. All of our deputies and officers are already used to using the juvenile civil citation. This is even easier and streamlined than the civil citation process. So very, very short timeline. Of course, I have 1,800 sworn deputies that need to be trained on this, but it's going to be a quick timeline, and we'll have plenty of data during the 90-day trial.
And I just wanted to add to that the sheriff mentioned that there were 800 cases. That's from the Orange County Sheriff's Office. So remember, that's just one of many agencies that serve the Ninth Judicial Circuit.
April 1st. April 1st begins the pilot for the 90 days. Are there any other questions? Monavet?
We can get them available.
OPD and Kissimmee Police Department will make those available for you. Are there any other questions? Thank you for your time. We have copies of the brochure if you would like that for your dissemination. Thank you.